Alright, some of the basic features on this carburetor. The throttle linkage. The throttle linkage actually used to be made from a throttle rod from the Datsun or the Nissan cars, and it's been converted using carburetor parts, various carburetor parts and a few machine pieces, and the cable linkage from the factory carburetor has actually been flipped upside down. So as you can see, you have the proper cable pull in the correct direction now for all the linkages to operate properly. These are actually parts from the old Accord carburetor. This here, it has dual chokes versus a single choke. The chokes required two cables. The original cable was extremely expensive, so I've built this bar right here that when the cable pulls back in this bar, this actually pulls both choke cables in synchronization. And as soon as you release it, of course, the tension will pull the choke cables back. This is where the original water inlet would be, right here on the block, or on the manifold, I mean. And this would be the added water outlet. Water would normally flow out this manifold into the cylinder head on the Datsun, but without, of course, I don't have those water ports in my car, so the water has to go somewhere else, so it flows in one end and it flows out this port that's been added right here. This is your main vacuum outlet for your brake booster. This also was welded in right here on the end. This is made from a fitting welded into the manifold itself. These are the fittings that were necessary to put in to allow the controls to work properly on the distributor. These would be the same two fittings that would be on the Accord. One of them is for the purge for the canister, and one of them is for the distributor controls. Also, the temperature sensor had to be put into the water jacket. The temperature sensor has been added right here. With the carburetors upside down, you can now see how the choke would actually function. These don't have a choke plate. These actually lift the needle valve out of the venturi. As you pull the choke back, this will move the needle valve and enrichen the mixture. I don't have all the lines correctly hooked up right now. This would be your fuel line in from your fuel distribution. This would be your vent line that goes to your air cleaner to allow the vapors to be absorbed into the air cleaner and pulled back into the carburetor. As you can see, these are the carburetor or the air cleaners that I made from the salad bowls. These have actually been lead filled right here. They've been welded together, then lead filled along this seam. The air cleaners simply pull off the end, and on the inside, these are not finished yet, but these will be the velocity stacks on the inside. And you can see the bar that was made right here to actually make the air cleaners out of these. These were at one time salad bowls. This here is actually the breather for the engine. This carburetor would be turned around, or this whole assembly would be turned around backwards, and this would face the valve cover. And this is your connector line that goes to your breather on your valve cover. You have a line that hooks onto it. This was a K&N filter I found at a car show for a couple bucks, and I just went ahead and made all these fittings right here, and this whole mounting plate was fabricated. As a matter of fact, I'll turn it around. This plate right here is an aluminum plate that I made that screws into this rubber base. Then I have a bracket right here that actually holds this, and this is your fitting that goes to your actual valve cover. And all this bracing right here was all made out of billet aluminum, along with the fuel rail and all that and everything right here. That's a few things about it. I'm running out of battery life, so I'll go ahead and post this video up. Hopefully you can enjoy it.